Okay, so the first piece of advice that I have is something I approach almost everything with. I always say you got to start with the end in mind and be flexible. Some people call this backwards planning. Actually, I have a twin brother named Alex, and he works in education. He's been teaching for over 5 or 6 years at the time that this is probably going to get posted. I call him my logistical sniper. For both of us, it's very natural to do a lot of planning. This, a lot of times, is a strong suit for him. In any case, people just aren't clear with their initial goals with a brand. You don't want to try to start speaking about a brand or a project or whatever it is you want to do without having set very clear goals. The saying that I use via Tony Robbins is clarity is power. Apparel is a game that has a lot of moving parts, so it's important that you're absolutely clear with what the goal is, how big you want your line, what you want your line to be about, and whether it's in the hobby level or you want it to be something that's an actual career for you, or to have a company that pays your bills and your mortgage and your car note and all of that sort of thing. So there, just within that, there's a lot of questions. So a lot of times when I get into a meeting with a new brand, it's one of the first questions that I ask, and it's always a little disheartening if you haven't kind of figured those things out yet. I mean, well, depending. A lot of times when I meet with a newer brand or someone that wants to do something, they haven't really thought about this. So I'm saying, think about it. This could be applied to anything in your life, but think about where you ideally would like it to be. Know that, have a very clear vision of what that is, and know that in achieving that, I think the goal ends up changing. The way you get to it changes, definitely, but it's important to always know what that is. So this is not a question that you answer, write down, and it's set in stone, especially with apparel where it's a very volatile industry. That is a question that you ask periodically, and definitely monthly you would ask yourself this question, because I think it could definitely change once you get into motion. It's similar to piloting a plane or steering a ship. Like, it's never a straight line. That analogy, it's not a straight line, but you make little adjustments as you head towards the eventual destination. So begin with the end in mind and be flexible.